Hello, welcome back to another episode of Pop and Talk. Pop because I drink a pop, and talk because that's the aim of the game. Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a little bit crazy. The last episode that I did was last year, and now we're in the other half of 2026. But it's good to see you guys. It's good to talk to you, to hang out with you again in this space. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can just tell by the hair length and probably just how the hair looks that a lot of time has passed. And if you're not watching on YouTube and you're on the Spotify, hello, welcome. Leave a comment. I realize that people can do that. Leave a comment, leave an emoji that you like down the below if you are feeling the podcast, missed it. Or you can just comment in general. I realize that you guys can do that as well. Lots of different things to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to introduce what we're drinking, which is, of course, not a pop because I break my own rules. And we're going to get into some topics, life updates. Obviously, you guys know I turn this into an advice column. Different things that we can get into just so that we can feel like we're hanging out, right? Lots of new people as well entering into the podcast era. I opened this space up to my other platform of social media, which we'll get into because for the rest of you who haven't been updated on the other side of life, it's a big change that's happened. So let's introduce our drink first. It's a coconut water because if you guys can hear from my voice, there is a level of dry that I don't know where it came from, but it's here and it needs to go. And of course, I will try to record a podcast episode during this time where it's a little dry, but you know, that never stopped me. So let's take a sip. You guys heard that? It's called hydration. Okay, so let's actually start off from December of 2025. There were a lot of things that happened during that time, a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments because of different things that happened in my relationships. I had the best time of my life last summer doing so many different things, meeting so many people. Two of my best friends from Brazil, particularly, they left in December to go back, and it broke my heart. And I had a lot of people here to comfort me for those times, and a lot of other sad things happened. But in addition to that, I had a lot of love happen in December, a lot of clarity, lots of working. That was during the time when I started my new job, and I also was working my seasonal job at the same time. So I was working probably 12 hours, 6 days a week, and still trying to do the TikTok thing, still trying to do the music thing, still trying to balance my life. I went to the Leon Thomas concert on, I think, the second week of December with one of my friends, and it was a magical night. We did so many great things. We had the best pina colada I've ever had here in Portland at after hours. We dressed really cute, and the show was so amazing. I thought he was going to do an encore, and he did not. He played every single song that I wanted him to play. He was switching instruments. It was amazing. It was an inspirational show, for real. But that's one of the highlights of December for sure. Another highlight would be that I got the game Avatar Frontiers of Pandora for Christmas, and getting that game unlocked not only the reinvigoration of my love for Avatar just in general, because also the movie came out during that time as well. I went by myself. I literally I trekked and toiled to go to the AMC that is like 45 minutes away. I went and did that and went to that movie by myself with my Coke, because you guys know how I feel about getting the like soda from the soda machine and the popcorn and having the full experience. And I have the pin from last time, Avatar Way of Water, and then I also have the pin now from Avatar Fire and Ash. We can get into how I feel about that movie a little bit later, but we'll continue on with the life updates first. So when I got the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game, I really only got it for one reason, and that was because of Sotlek, one of the best and goated characters of all time in the Avatar universe. And I got that game because obviously I wanted to know what it felt like to be and not be, but also the feeling of just being able to have that in game form is just another level. I've always liked playing games like that, so it was an experience. I played that probably every single day. I came home from work and then I would have to just go to work all over again. So it was me playing that game, going to work, and making my TikToks, and also trying to balance life. Let me tell you, because I played the game so much, because I was so into it, and because Avatar was just, December was Avatar's month, I made one particular video, and it blew up. And it was about Sotek. And because it blew up, and because it just randomly was like one of the most niche topics, I didn't think it was going to be anything. It baffled me in a way because it was one of those videos that prompted people to follow me. And so I was like getting a crazy follower account like every single day. And I was just making content just in general. Because the thing that I love is that in the Avatar universe, there's not a lot of creativity that is put out, I guess. You know how in Marvel, they do the fan fictions and they do the costumes and the drawings and the art and blah blah, and it's like people do art for Avatar. I just feel like it's just not broadcasted. I feel like it's one of those things that people just keep to themselves about, but I'm loud about everything I like. So I just put it on TikToks. I thought it was fun. And then everybody else thought it was fun. And so I was like, okay, this is perfect. I am going to continue to do this because this is fun. I want to talk about it. I love this. And so I would just start making up scenarios with this Saltback character because obviously, why would I not? You know, like you are getting deep into the universe and you're wondering about like these characters and how they act and who they are as people and what they've gone through. And he has like the craziest story, even more crazy than anything that you've seen in the movies if you're not aware. Like his whole entire clan got wiped out during the battle when Jake was fighting everybody as Toruk Makto. He lost his whole clan. And so he's one of those characters that just has gone through everything and is still going through everything and is on like his own hero's journey. And then the game is about a clan that was lost, and the kids of that clan survived because the RDA, the bad people, took them and tried to assimilate them. Sound familiar, right? And so it's about them reclaiming their place in Pandora, learning about their own clan because they're the only people left, and also just learning how to be Na'vi because they were taught to be like humans. So the game is extremely interesting and there's a lot of facets to it, but everybody has a different personality. Everybody has a different way of being. And so on TikTok, I just talk about that. I am very open to like expanding that because it's not just about gameplay. I like to immerse myself. I played Sims as a kid, and so it wasn't enough just to make a sim and just have them be living. Like I had to have a story behind every single family that I made. And so not all people are like that. Some people play Sims just to kill the Sims, you know. They like to be diabolical. I like to make a whole story, you know, why the Sims are the way they are. And so I do the same thing with Avatar, and that's what I did. And so I made stories about it, made fanfics, promoted my old ones from the old movies, and then it was just like now it's just another beast on TikTok. If you are a part of my clan and you're listening to this, or Natikame, I see you. I love you. Thanks for being here. I'm redoing this podcast for you guys because you have been here with me since December, and I am very appreciative. Listen, we were at like 1,000 followers. I was excited then. And then in Brazil, or before Brazil, I had 5,000 followers. We'll talk about Brazil in a second. And then it just kept going. Like, it just kept becoming something. Also, guys, do you miss Do you miss the people's texting me and everything and hearing the little ding because I don't know how to turn it off on the Mac? It's just like we're hanging out for real. I don't know how to silence it because if I silence it, then that means I can't record this on that laptop. Anyways, you guys know the sidebars. But yeah, just it's been growing ever since, and now we're at 19.4K on TikTok, and the clan just gets bigger, and I'm just grateful. You guys are so funny, one of the kindest people, just so supportive. I'll go on lives and stuff. We'll read our stories. I will make recorded audiobooks for them, okay? So you guys can read them to go to sleep when I can't go on live, because it takes me like 2 hours to read them. And it's my own work too, and I'm like reading it and I'm seeing all like these typos that I made because I couldn't fix them because every single chapter is like 10,000 plus words because you guys know I can't make them any less. So it's that philosophy degree coming out, right? But I'm so grateful. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Brazil. Let's talk about Brazil for a second, because when I went to Brazil in February, it was a liberating and crazy experience. I think the loneliness of feeling my friends leave and a lot of other sad things occur where it felt like everything was leaving and everything was temporary. A decision on the whim felt like it was needed for my soul. My soul got itchy during my birthday month. I was like, this is the age of the Aquarius. Like, we are in a spot where everything is only going to work out. I get what I want in this life, and the stars and the planets are aligned in a way where my life is meant to be this way from here on out. Because before, it's like things were rocky, things were unclear and everything, but now everything is going into place really nicely in ways that I never was able to predict. And so when January hit, I was like, oh my gosh, the people that I want to be around are not here. And that's not everybody. I know my people who were with me the whole time, like, and those are the real ones. And the new people that came along to be a part of my circle, they were present, but I didn't have my friends from Brazil, you know? And so I was like, shoot, I miss them. And then I was like, I'm gonna go. Because they asked me, they were like, you should come to Carnival. You should come to Carnival. And they asked me this in December. And I was like, I don't know. And then it was January, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna go. And so I booked that ticket with the quickness, and I had just started my new job too. You guys know. This happens to me every time. Started a new job, went on vacation the month after, and I was in Brazil for a whole entire month, and it was an experience that I hope that everybody in this life can experience. The way that I was welcomed in that country, the experiences that I had, the adventures, to be able to live the way that my friends lived, it was an honor, really. It was one of those things that I'll never be able to replace in my life. It was unforgettable. I met so many new people, lived a life I never lived, you know, drank every night, partied, danced, had such an amazing time. I went in with no expectations and there wasn't anything particular that I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to be there, and just by being there and just by being present, I was able to make so many new friends, make so many connections. I don't even speak one lick of Portuguese, and I felt so welcomed and so complete there. And so it's like, I'm thankful for the experience. I have Brazil videos coming up that I'm still trying to edit to honor that experience. You know, I went to the second largest rainforest in Brazil. Very not V of me to go to, you know, but it's like I was there with a new friend, Vinny, and we were having a complete spiritual experience together and experiencing such a lovely time, being somewhere that I've never been, going on motorcycles, like 60 miles per hour, and it's like $1. Like Ubers were like $1, you know, everything was so cheap there, and I was living like a Brazilian, and it was awesome. And we were on a boat in Rio, and it was my friend's birthday, and we were just talking and laughing and enjoying ourselves and meeting the best people and having the time of our lives, and I'm so grateful that I got to go. And during this time was when my TikTok was really popping off, because I was just posting all the time every day, and I didn't want to fall off because that was when it was picking up. And I'm really glad that I did that, because now I can reap the benefits of not publishing and uploading every day and still having my people around, because I love that I can post what I want when I want, and I'm not pressured. You know, this is a level of, I don't want to say fame, because it's like kind of like, these are my family, you know, this is my clan, these are my people, but it's like, this is a level of reach that I didn't expect to have, because mainly my thing is singing, you guys know, and I realized that there are other facets of my personality and the things that I do and how I live and how I talk to people that reach people in such a deeper way. Still with singing, you know, but it's like, you can't just bust out singing every day. But to be able to talk to people and to share an interest across countries, across state lines, and realize that there is something in common, it's a very powerful thing, especially because a lot of you guys are a little bit younger than me, and if you're not, then you're a little bit older, and you guys feel validated in the fact that you guys have an interest. And I like that, because I tell everybody since the beginning of time, whatever it is that you like it with everything you got, have a passion for it, because there isn't any shame in being somebody who likes something. I used to try to be nonchalant about stuff. It's never gonna work, you know? You can be who you are, and people will see you, and I see you. That's literally what my whole thing is, that I see them for who they are and what they like, and we have something in common and something to look forward to, you know? People look for my videos, and this is why I restarted the podcast, you know? Because there's something to be said. There's a platform and a people to be in front of, and it's you guys. And so there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Let's take a sip. Cheers. What are you guys drinking? Maybe that should have been the comment inside of the Spotify or in the YouTube. What are you guys up to? What are you guys sipping with me? Water? Hopefully. Stay hydrated. But as the day goes on, as the year goes on, there's a lot of things that happen in the middle that I was like it was extremely unexpected. Didn't know what to do with. There was a lot of leaving, there was a lot of going, there's a lot of staying of people that I never expected to have to face. And this is like the year of letting go of everything that doesn't serve you. And so it's interesting to have a plethora of people come, and the closest people around you leave or go, or you know, there is like a separation of stuff. And I don't think of it as anything that is bad. I think it's the growing pains of life. Like, there's no animosity or any kind of how do I say, negativity, need for any type of revenge or anything like that. It's not that. It's like the natural way that people grow apart so that they can be who they need to be. And then because it's coming from a place of like, okay, like, we are going to be successful, whether it's like we're always together or not, is a beautiful thing. And then, you know, you just somehow find yourself next to somebody all the time, and it's not the person you expect, and that's also a beautiful thing. And so I hope that that's not so like archaic, like just like confusing. It's really hot in this room too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the bangs are banging though. And I did the little rollers, the heat rods. So that's why the hair is curly. But yeah, this whole entire year has been a theme of people. In the middle, I had someone stay, and then someone go, and then someone stay, and someone go. And I think as you get older, that's kind of just what happens. And so I'm grateful for the times that I've had with people, and I'm grateful for the new beginnings that I have with the people that exist now. And I am seeing my circles kind of flip a switch, and I gotta get used to being around newer people in this life, because you can't discount that, you know? And I guess that's a part of growing, is that things can change in an instant, but you don't have to be afraid of it. I know we're on like the Avatar, on the Avatar wave, but there's also Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's like, you know, he talks about change, letting go, detachment, and that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm honing in on my identity and standing on business for the people that I love and the people that love me, and standing on business for myself as well. I feel confident now. There's a vision that I have, and honestly, this episode is kind of a trial, and this is me reintroducing and getting into the introduction of talking on camera, just like this again. The next episode will be more fun. This is more of like a life update, but I am just really glad to be here again in front of you. It's an honor, as I always say. But yeah, this is like the better part of life, and I've looked at the astrological charts to know that this is genuinely like the roller coaster up. According to my chart, you guys know I'm an Aquarius. January is when my birthday is. I'm so excited for what the rest of the year is gonna be, and the rest of the years. There's a lot of plans that I have in terms of music, in terms of film, in terms of ideas, and this is the time to execute. The middle of the year was a lot of figuring out, but now it's like the dust is settling, and I don't know where it will go, but I know it's good. Like, I don't know how it will go, but I know it's good, and you guys are part of that journey with me, and I am eternally grateful. Let's see. There's not much else to say. There's a lot of traveling that I've done as well, in terms of like going to places. I went to Vancouver, did a lot of naturical kinds of places, Mount Rainier, places in Washington. Such fun trips. And like Troutdale, Oregon has great places to camp as well, also those. But other than that, I've been in a happy spot. Like, travel's great, jobs are amazing, love my coworkers, I love my people. But yeah, this is just the year of like growing, and I'm so glad to be here. You guys know I always end it with like grateful notes. It's nice to hear you guys talk to me on TikTok particularly. I really hope you guys receive this very well. My advice column is always open to you guys. Please ask questions of any kind if you guys have any things you want to talk about. Usually I do these in lives, but podcasts I'm open to. We can do situation stuff, you know, like things that you guys need advice on. But I always tell you guys on TikTok, as I do here, as I will do here, there'll never be another you. There will never be another person like you, and anybody who tells you otherwise is lying and doesn't know who they are. And you follow who that is. You follow your own heart and what it is that you want to do, and you feel that within yourself. And if nobody else is there to tell you, then that's what I'm here for. And so have a wonderful day. We're gonna take a last sip. We're gonna take a last sip. We took that last sip. I hope you guys drank something with me. Have the most wonderful, fantastic day. Thanks for listening to the life updates. Hopefully something that made sense. Onati kame to my clan, to everybody who's already here. Stay tuned for the videos. More singing to come, more music to come. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye.